Hey y'all, welcome to episode 272 of Consignment Chats. Kids, spring it is a springin'. So, you know what that means for resellers? That means garage sale season. I've already been seeing a lot of you posting your reels and things from garage sales, but it also means we got to talk about spring cleaning your business because I know I'm speaking for myself. You got money mountains out there. Some of you may refer to them as death piles. We at Consignment Chats, we call them money mountains because they're money. So what we're going to do in this episode, ladies, we are going to break it down. We are going to help you spring clean your business and life. So
All right. Yes.
let's
I've
do
got
it.
a little spring fever. I'm here with Molly in North Carolina and the weather's so much nicer. So
Right.
I'm like in spring fever. I don't know what's gonna happen when I go back home, but like right now I'm thinking, yeah, spring, let's do it. Let's reorganize everything.
She did drive into 85-degree sunny weather yesterday. That's what she arrived to.
Yeah, I traveled over the weekend and it was same thing. It was high 70s, and then I came back and we're like barely in the teens up here, and I'm like, no, it was spring a minute ago, I swear.
This is not right. It's not right. Oh, I tell you, I'm so ready. All right, I want us to talk about this whole spring cleaning thing because I'm not gonna lie, this is a personal episode. This is really to help me, y'all. Hey, y'all, welcome to Consignment Chats, reselling tips, mindset, and real life. Hit subscribe and let's grow together. Y'all might all be here listening, and I hope really I'm gonna make this more about me.
I thought it was about me. All right.
Oh my goodness, I'm here to help you both. Holy schmoly. All right.
Oh, thank you. All right, well, let's get it started. Help us, Samantha. Help us. I have money mountains, but you know I got shopping to do, right? So
Well, so I just want to start with something that you already implemented that I think more people need to hear about. And that is the fact that you took those money mountains, or at least the ones previously. You might have some in your house now, but you took those money mountains and you organized them as far as like sorting them of like, these are bottoms, these are tops, these are shoes.
correct.
You put them into bins and you put them in a certain space, your garage, your extra room, whatever. And that way it's not overwhelming. It's not this literal mountain in your living room. It's not like, oh, we don't walk in the dining room because we can't open the door. Like, it's none of that. And then you go out and you grab a certain amount or whatever each time that you're going to list and work on stuff. Now that's the key part, is keeping up on the grabbing some from there and not just closing the garage and never thinking about it again.
Correct.
Yes, but I think if more people did that though, of the just start with sorting it and putting it away, then it's easy to say, I'm going to list bottoms today. And you grab the bin of pants and skirts and you can, or you say, I list 10 of them or whatever it is, and start with that. I think that helps people be a lot less overwhelmed with
Yes,
the
it definitely
clutter.
helps when you put it away in a certain space and then bring it in batch at a time in your workspace to tackle. I just did that this week because Libby and I are headed on a cruise. So I got all the shoes and handbags that I had to list, brought them out,
Mhm.
lined them up, and that's my goal was I said in mastermind, I'm going to get all these things listed before Libby and I leave. So, I set myself little goals to do that. The other thing that I'm trying to do, and this is what I would recommend because I know you guys have given the advice before, and I can't remember who recently because I said, please come back and let me know how that works for you because it doesn't work for me, is to source your storage area and not go out sourcing.
Yeah.
But for me, it's still just not the same joy as going to a yard sale, going because yes, it is exciting to pull that bucket, aka tub, into your house and go, oh, I forgot I picked this up. Oh, look, I forgot I had that. Yes, there is something to be said about that, but it's still not the same as going to an estate sale or a yard sale and at least for me, in the thrill of the hunt. So the other thing I've tried to implement, and I'm doing pretty good at it, I'm probably not 100%. Knowing me, it's probably about 90%.
90%.
Always.
But I am pulling from my stored items each week. And then when I source, I am bringing that home, sorting it out, and I am listing it right away so that it doesn't then join the money mountain to create yet another mountain range. So
Yeah. I'm doing
I'm
this. I'm doing the same thing with my trains. I hate them stupid trains. And it's like all that I had of personal inventory before I left for the weekend. Well, I came back with a carload and I jumped right
oh,
into listing those.
have
I
you
have
seen
about
the images?
No.
Oh, it's a carload. Are they
oh,
still in
it's
here?
so
Pop
much.
one up
It's
for Libby.
it's so much. This was one of the checkouts. This
Y'all, if
I
you're
yeah,
on
this,
podcast,
this
make
was
sure
my
you check out
car.
social media because you shared some of these on social media, right?
I did, yeah. This was
Oh,
one of the
I saw that
carts.
one. Yes,
She's
yes.
on the multi
Yeah.
full cart club. You know, we have the full cart club. Well,
Right.
Oh
she has
yeah.
the multi full cart club.
Multi.
She's
Bill was like, "Are you alone? Do you need help pushing carts? Like where?" Because I was sending him these pictures. Like,
Yeah. How did you do that?
those were separate stores, and
Oh,
also the people at these stores were phenomenal. I was literally leaving carts, and I'm like, "I'm gonna now go get a bigger cart and come back," and they're like, "Yeah, this can stay here as long as you want. We're open till 5. That's fine." Like,
mhm.
take your time,
and
fill another cart.
yeah. Anyways,
You know,
um,
usually it's a $5 fill a bag, but for people like Samantha and myself, it's like $50 fill that cart, man. You fill
uh-huh.
the whole cart.
Oh, I was so pumped, so excited. So, but anyways, I brought that home and instead of making a pile of games in the corner like I normally do, I am listing those. I'm about a third of the way done with all the games. And I also today I've already got trains pulled. I need to get because I can't just keep those trains aside and say, "Oh, well, I got new stuff. Let's keep listing." So,
Yeah.
yeah, it is key to keep grabbing that stuff while also listing the
Correct.
stuff that you're bringing in for sure.
And I
Yeah.
think the best thing to do is when you do your Sunday night setup for your week, like we do our Patreon does a Sunday, the reseller reset every Sunday night together where we're setting our calendars. I think it's key when you're setting your week, and hopefully you all do something like that on a Sunday night. If you don't, I
Yes.
highly recommend it because it really starts your Monday off on the right foot. We all know Mondays can be hard sometimes, but it is so much easier if you have already taken the time the night before to set up what you're going to do. And this will really help you with your spring cleaning of your business if you every Sunday night kind of put all those things you're going to get done. So I'm going to start doing that every Sunday night where I am deciding what I'm going to pull from the money mountain for the week, and then also getting what I sourced the weekend before listed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, Jason gave me the idea, and this has been really helpful. Is like I still have my time blocks in my Google Calendar. You can check out any of the tutorials on that on our channel. But to actually put in the time block what I'm doing, like I have hour time blocks for listing. Like I might put, sort the stuff in the garage. I might put, list, list a pile of sorted stuff from the garage, like specific things, because we know like we're always wasting time thinking about like
correct.
in the moment. All right, what am I going to do next? What am I going to grab? And like putting those specifics in there has oh my gosh,
You know what I
been
am?
amazing.
I am a professional overthinker. I am a professional. I am like the gold medal Olympic overthinker. So I totally do that when I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
Totally do it.
Like, what am I going to do next? What's the most helpful?
So-
that's not something you really should be thinking about in the moment. You should have that planned out.
I have a question. Do you do that on TikTok? Have you done that on TikTok?
No, I do
Okay.
it still in Google Calendar.
Here's the beautiful thing about TikTok is when you put it on the calendar, you can automatically put checkbox items under it. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
And then ching, check them as you do them. Ching. It's so easy and beautiful.
All
I
right,
love
I'm
it.
going to
I love it. I love it. I love it.
to that.
I love it.
So along with the batching things and having it organized, and when you said that you're an overthinker, so many people are, and I think that is a huge issue too, because they don't put it on paper, they don't get it all out, and then they don't start. They will sit and look, even if they've already batched the bins and they have them neatly stacked in the garage, and they know that they just need to pull one of them or a couple things from one of them. They don't start. They overthink. Well, if I'm going to do shoes, then I guess I should do at least 4 pairs. Oh, but I need to spot clean those ones. But and then it just spirals. I mean, we all do it. It just spirals into a thing. Start. Like, if you have to pause this video right now and go and just grab something and start listing.
Wait a minute. Are you messing with our ratings? You're messing with our ratings.
I know. Really, you should watch the whole episode through the first time. But but I want you to just start. There's so many people, they're like, I have such a mess of this or such of that, and I just keep shopping and I just keep whatever. What do I do next? Start. You grab one thing and you list.
I have a recommendation.
Okay.
When you're putting your sorted items, your batched items in storage, my recommendation would be anything that needs some kind of servicing prior to listing, whether it's cleaning the shoes or spot cleaning an item, whatever it is, put those in their own bucket and set aside an hour a week that you pull some items from that and deal with those spots.
Yeah, I think it was Billy in our Patreon was doing something similar because she would create a whole new money mountain of all the things that needed repairs or cleaning. And she made a goal where she's going to take care of those things at a certain time each week before she does listings. And yeah, and this spring cleaning, it might be the time to really go through that stuff and say, profit over projects. Like, is it something that is
to say, or you can live by Samantha's saying that she drills my head all the time, which is
yes, profits over projects. Thank you, Allie Roots, because apparently that's who I got it from years ago. Yes, love them. But is it truly something that you can just go grab a Clorox wipe and like wipe off the side of the shoe, or is it something that you can just throw in the washing machine? You can do several of them.
And what's the washing machine rule? What's the washing machine? You give it one spin. It goes through one wash. And if that stain didn't come out, do not treat it again. Do not. I don't care what it is. It's done. Walk away.
It's done. Or if it's my end, you list it with the defects.
Correct.
Yeah.
It does not. You do not spend time on a whole second wash.
Yeah.
No.
And I will just say, if you have to get like a sewing machine out or like anything above like basic needle and thread, get out of here. Like, you're not going to do it. You haven't so far. Get it out.
Listen, I don't even needle and thread it. I just take a very close picture with my finger pointing at what it is and put read in the title at the end and make sure I'm very detailed that him is loose needs read, because I'm not sewing anything. I'm sorry. And yes, I have a sewing machine and a bajillion sewing crafty things, but no, I ain't got time for that.
If a bottle of vodka or a wash machine can't fix it, it needs to go.
Don't wait. Don't forget the Dawn foam spray, because that cleans.
I did just stock up on a bunch of power wash.
Yeah. Listen, I put that power wash on stains on clothing. It does my shoes, the rubber trim of shoes. I use that stuff on everything.
So I gotta tell you, my husband, speaking of spring cleaning, he did a lot of cleaning while we were gone, and while I was gone. And he goes, the one day beforehand, he goes, we're running low on dish soap. And I'm like, okay, I think there's more under the sink. Am I allowed to use the dish soap under the sink? He says, because he knows I keep a bottle of Dawn and the bottle of Power Wash, and those are for reselling and cleaning and spot stuff. And it's like, yes, we have extra. You can. I just wanted to make sure I'm allowed to use the dish soap for dishes. He said,
"You're like, only in an emergency can you touch that one. Only in
that Power Wash is. We were having a picnic in the yard, and my aunt and my mom both spilled something on their shirts, and they were like, oh, I don't know, and I was like, oh, hold on a second, and I ran inside and got the Power Wash, and I like sprayed their clothes down. It was great.
Yeah. It's the best stuff ever. And no, we are not sponsored by Dawn.
We are not. But if they wanted to, we would.
But Dawn, if you want to sponsor us, we're here for you. We got plenty of reels to be made advertising Dawn.
And I think like your point of like touching things as few times as possible, right? Like you've already put it in the money mountain. Let's say you've already invested a little time. Like you don't want to be moving that stuff around 10 times. Like I came up with something that I do now. Like when I come back from the auction, like I get dirty box lots. Half of it is garbage. I literally pull into my garage, pull my tailgate up, and I have the garbage cans in the recycling bin right there. And I literally
Mhm.
sort it as I am taking it out of my car.
Yeah.
Don't even bring it in your house. Look at that.
Huge.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
what I would do before is I'd, take all the boxes and sit down, sort them. No, and it takes like 10 minutes maybe extra.
Do you know what else I've started doing? Now, this won't work for everybody's workflow, but for mine, because I list directly from my phone onto eBay before I move it into Vendu and then cross list, right?
Mhm.
So I used to come home from an estate sale and be like, okay, I really want to see what this is and what that is. And I'll do quick, I'll research them real quick for comps and move on to the next one and comp it. I might screenshot the comp so I know that I have it later. And one day I realized I am wasting time. So what I do
told you that
now
1,000 times.
when I come home, if I comp something and pull that comp up and it's right there, I hit sell one like it, boom, and I just put the listing up right then and there.
Or at least save it as a draft so that you can go back to it. But yeah.
No,
Mhm.
I just list it. I just throw it
Sure.
up. It's right then and there because I use the sell similar. So
Yeah.
When
and
I when
oh, go ahead.
when I used to list directly to eBay when I first started, I would do the sell similar and I would do it. I would be running comps like in the store because I didn't know, what everything was.
Right.
And I would be running the comps in the store and same thing. I would screenshot or whatever, save it as a draft, sell similar and save as a draft. And then when you get home, you can finish that draft too. Cause cause all the time you're spending looking stuff up, you might as well keep the knowledge from that and keep
So
the
here's the
work that you
problem.
put in.
With my brain doesn't keep numbers well. And when you save it as a draft, it does not save the pricing. So then you still got to go back and look at what the pricing was, and I forget it. But if I do it right then, I know that item just sold for 119. It's in my head.
Gotcha.
I go ahead and list it right then and there. But you could do the same, save the draft, but real quick, put the price you think you're going to list it at, and then
Yeah.
save the draft. But I just knock it
Good
out.
point.
That's been my new thing. I just knock it out. If
Yeah.
I'm going to
Good
go
job.
through the research and I find it, just go ahead and list it.
Good
Don't
job.
walk away from it.
So
Do it.
I list on my computer, and what I found is like the quickest for me is I will, if I'm not certain about something, I just go ahead and I go ahead and create the item. The images are in there. If I look it up and it's not worth it, or it's just something is wrong with it, I just delete the listing. Like, because it's so much easier for me to just, search it with Google Lens, put it through, AI and do all that. And if it's not worth it, all right, I wasted like 3 minutes. All right. But that's like what, maybe 1% of the listings I end up deleting.
That
It
was my
doesn't
next
interrupt my
question.
flow at
Was
all.
when you're saying that is how much
Yeah.
time do you spend researching an item and comping an item? We've talked about this before. Give yourself a time limit, y'all. Time limit.
Yes.
If you really want to spring clean your business, you cannot waste time in big old rabbit holes looking at everything and its brother over stuff. Like, I just bought a pair of boots yesterday, could not find any comps for this exact boot. I could have gone on a deep dive and really looked hard for them, but I said no. And I immediately pulled up a similar boot and just used that as my sell similar and then did what was in my gut. And I woke up this morning, it's already got watchers. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I did that with a vest last week and I started to go spiral down a rabbit hole in this whole like Levi's. Oh God, it was a whole thing. And I said, nope, I'm just going to price it high and I'm just going to do it. I can always go lower. And it sold like the next day for full
Ooh,
price. Yeah, I probably should have listed it for more, but I'm not going to think about that because
No.
it's done. I got more than what I thought I was going to out of it. My consigner's happy. Everything's good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So
All right, so we're spring cleaning our business with Money Mountain Y'all. We're giving you all these good ideas of how to handle it.
I love the very first suggestion. I think everybody should start there. If you have a Money Mountain, sort it first. Sort it. Get it under control.
And continue that for things you bring in. Like, do it as soon as you bring it in. Like we've been saying, don't sort what's there if it's not already sorted. But if you're halfway through that project and you go out this weekend and you go to a garage sale, don't just throw that, sort that right away. Sort, list whatever you're going to do with that item right away. Get in your garage, like Libby said, and go ahead and separate. Like, just
you'll have, like, think about it. You'll have, you're standing there in front of your Money Mountain. And then you have like a couple bins behind you, you have donate, you have your trash bin, which doesn't really count, or your recycling. Then you have your list it bin. And then you might have your project bin, which we don't really recommend. But if you need a project bin, put just
Listen,
something like that. That's easy, right? Like you can just go through and just get it under control.
I understand why people have a project bin, and I do appreciate when I see people that do that and add the rhinestones that are missing. And I do appreciate that they give life back to that.
Yeah.
My business plan just
I
ain't
was
got,
gonna say,
ain't got
depends.
time for that. I just don't, that's not part of my business plan. But I do love to watch people that do that. Do it.
Especially when they're niche down. Like Don pulls out a box of ties and he's like, oh, this one has a stain, and he does his little, oh, this one has a seam, and he fixes it, and he can do it very quickly. He's got the needle, the thread, the vodka bottle, all of that, like all very close by, and can do it quickly. I would immediately freeze up and be like, where do I keep a needle?
Right. I gotta hop in here. We've mentioned the vodka bottle a couple of times. People that haven't listened to previous episodes might be wondering what kind of Alcoholics Anonymous kind of thing are we, like, really boosting here? Are we just drinking the whole time that we are doing all these things? Libby, tell them about the vodka bottle.
Oh, vodka is a sterilizer, right? During COVID, a lot of our distilleries and stuff changed into like sanitizing place, but it's an amazing, amazing disinfectant, odor like neutralizer, wrinkle releaser. So what I do is I have, I don't know how many spray bottles. I buy the cheapest vodka in volume. Like, it's so cheap. I always have to tell them what I'm doing when I'm checking out, like 5 bottles of the cheapest vodka.
You know that they don't believe you.
I know,
right?
I know
that everybody with a drinking problem has excuses. So they just think you've come up with a really weird one.
So you just take a spray bottle, you mix half vodka, half water, and I do add a couple of drops of essential oil, like the lavender one, and just, spray it as a wrinkle releaser. If your kids' shoes are stinky, or anyone's shoes are stinky, oh my God, it's like the best thing. You just spray it in there and it neutralizes any odor. It disinfects. I use it to wipe down and clean everything in my house and in my business. It's amazing.
And also
alcohol in the house, finds an alternative, please.
Yes. Isopropyl alcohol, like the regular stuff that you won't drink, or that. Yeah. But otherwise, that cheap vodka, many purposes.
Yeah.
Also, you mix a little tomato juice and some seasonings. Makes a great Bloody Mary.
Throw a little.
Oh, the stuff I'm using to clean, I would never.
You need a lot more pickle juice with that stuff. All right, spring cleaning. So I do want to say, above all, we think that listing is the most important. So that should be your top priority. But there are other things that could be spring cleaned as well after your listings are done. After they're done, people, we want to make sure your listings are done first.
Wow.
All right. When you're listening,
she got the camera points across there.
The face of the camera always makes me scared. I don't know.
When your listings are done, because people are like me and they'll get distracted by cleaning up your business policies in eBay, or setting them up if you don't have them set up yet. This is a great time to set up a store. We have an episode on that. And go in and make sure that your business policies are set up so you can streamline that process. It makes your listing easier, makes returns easier. It makes all the things later on easier. And sometimes there's glitches and weird things that happen, or we sell similar and don't catch it, and we get a bunch of weird random business policies in there. So I always just like to go in every 6 months or so and clean all that stuff up and make sure that your policies are still relevant to what you're doing and that's still the practice that you want to have. So it's a good time to just go through that, set yourself up for the rest of the year.
Good advice. I like that.
Thanks. After your listings are done.
After your listings are done. Or Samantha will get you.
Yes.
All right. What are other ways that we can help with our business for the spring to keep it boosted and rolling and cleaned? And
I think you want to just think about what's going to save you time. Time is money, people. Time is money. And what is going to save you the most time? What's going to make you the most efficient? And I know this morning I jumped out of bed and I threw in my my breakfast into the air fryer and got that heated up while I'm running around doing stuff. Having things prepped and ready, I didn't have to scramble the eggs. I didn't have to mix up. It was already all in a little quiche and I just had to warm it up. So sometimes prepping things like that, especially garage sale season, making sure your snacks are ready. You're not stopping to get fast food and waste money and, have put junk in your body. Like, have snacks and things ready, a lunch packed and planned. You're going to work, especially if you're leaving the house and you're going thrifting or you're going garage selling. I mean, I know I still treat myself to a little Starbucks when we go to do it.
This girl is not giving up her Starbucks.
That's fine. I'm not asking you to, not one bit. I'll still get the Biggie B. It'll be fine. But I also am going to pack jerky and crackers and maybe a couple sandwiches or something so that I can eat and that we don't end up going and spending $40 on fast food or whatever, because that stuff's getting astronomical and it doesn't fill you up or fuel you anyway. So I would just like to plan ahead with that. And then also that way, I live in the middle of nowhere. That way I can go to whatever garage sales I want, even if they're 20 miles away. And I don't have to worry about, is Samantha going to get hangry, which is really what my husband's worried about. So it's good
to make sure your snackle box is filled at all times.
Yes. It's a real
This is why he goes up on camera with a freshly made breakfast in the morning. Now we know.
You guys think he's so sweet. He's just trying to tame the beast. That's all it is.
And like making sure your car is spring cleaned and ready for hauls. Like, do you have the appropriate, like, can you just keep the appropriate bags in there? Like, keep a stock of IKEA bag or whatever you use. Like, make sure you're ready. If you need to, if you buy hard goods, like, do you have packing material in there? Like, make that easy. Like,
I have those crates that fold flat, they go flat and then they pop up. So I have those. I keep old blankets. I keep bags. Those stay in my car. Well, not right now, because I just went on a trip. They do come out sometimes when I travel, bigger things. But I think that is very, very important.
Yeah.
Keep that car together.
Yeah. And Samantha was talking about like prepping meals for when you're out. But like, I loved your concept of really, thinking about your reselling business if you're at home as going to work. Get up, get showered, do the things, pack your lunch or have it prepped like in the kitchen. Like, you don't want to, it's so easy. I think we all do this and we just treat it like, we're just hanging out at home. We can do whatever we want. And it does take away time, and it does. I don't know. I don't feel great when I do that, when I'm like running upstairs to grab something in the 15 minutes we have.
And here's the reality. If you're running to grab something, chances are it's not a healthy something.
It's not good.
Almost anything you can quickly grab, if you have not prepped something ahead of time, is going to be a bag of chips, a tasty cake.
I feel targeted here. I feel targeted.
You are.
That's a problem, a real problem.
I had to throw that in there. Those are going to be the things I know I grab when it's a rush job. Like, I grab the things that are easy, and easy is 99% not good for you unless you've planned it out and prepped for it.
Yeah. Like my husband and I will specifically buy the individual bags of chips, and I get like the healthy ones, the pop chips. I wouldn't say healthy, but the healthier than the others.
I never stick to one bag. Sometimes I end up, I'm like, that was not enough, and then I've eaten 2 bags. What?
But that's fine because they're little, and you didn't eat a giant thing of like rippled Lays or what. Those are 2 different things. But yeah. So we try to stick with like that so that we can still quickly grab. I have my snack containers right here in my office. But yeah, I sometimes get away from that in the whole, like, I'm going to work now. And that can really discombobulate your day, especially like when I worked at the office. I would tell my husband, like, oh, we have the state is coming to do a survey, or I'm not going to be available, or we are having a, development meeting for half the day. I won't be available this afternoon or whatever. And just like always, like kind of not that he called me a million times or needed me, but just updated him. Well, I didn't update him this morning when I all of a sudden said, oh, I have to run upstairs. I'm already late. We have to record a meeting. And he's like, what? You
What are
didn't
you
you
talking about?
didn't tell me any of that. What are you talking about? And I need to get better again about like the night before, like tomorrow we're recording an episode. I'm not going to be available, or we're going live, or and just reminding him of what I have going on because I'm not available. I'm working. And having that mindset for myself, because I need to get to work on time. I need to get my butt in my office and be accountable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wise. Smart, 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 smart.
I need to have my salads prepped in the fridge.
Right. Right.
Treat it like a real job. Sometimes we give ourselves a little bit too much flexibility. I mean, it is a great part of the job and having the flexibility, but sometimes we just bend a little bit too far, I think.
A little too much. Sometimes that lunch break turns into a whole afternoon break, and that's
Mhm.
not, that would never fly at a 9 to 5. If I weren't my own boss, that would never be good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. All right. I'm feeling ready for spring, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I need to know in the comments what we missed. We were all over the place with this, and we're
We
just
were.
really thinking about listing and like prepping food. So tell us what we missed.
And I thought like one of the things also is like being outside in the summer, right? In the spring, like getting prepared to do that. Like I like to work out on my deck sometimes,
Mhm.
but like I have to prep in a different way if I'm going to bring my laptop out on the deck and work from there, or, go for a walk. I have to schedule, I have to fit that in between things. Like think about the fact that you're going to be wanting to spend more time outside and how that's going to fit into your schedule and rejuvenate you. Like what are the times you can do it where it's going to rejuvenate you and you're going to be able to get back into your office.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing that you can do, and I'm thinking of this because Nick and I just recently went through a lot of this, is your inventory. If you've gotten any kind of little piles that you haven't gotten put away properly or things like that, make sure you're scheduling time each week to do that or getting it in the flow of doing that. But Nick and
Were you here this morning when my husband was pulling the orders? Like, what are you?
maybe. We've been working hard on doing that and making sure that what we get listed gets properly put away. And,
Yeah.
We're still working on it, but what we do is we're working on the stuff that we haven't touched yet to make sure it's still where it needs to be. And we just do that just like we do the Money Mountain stuff, is bring in a certain part each time and go through and check it out. Now's the time to do that. Pull that in, put that on your schedule. Spend if it's 1 hour a week, going through some of your inventory if you've got stuff sitting to the side that hasn't been put away. But you can go less than that. You can do 5 minutes a day. Take 5 minutes every part of your day and put that in the schedule. For 5 minutes, I'm going to go put, put as many items as I can put away in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But keeping that inventory cleared up and together not only helps you when the things sell and you don't have to panic because you know where it is, but it also helps with the clutter around you. And clutter around you takes away from your focus. And I'm saying this because Libby's in my cluttered house right now, and she now understands why I'm all over the place. Oops.
I get it. I was listening to the Pure Hustle podcast. Shout out to those guys. And Orlando was talking about how he is now like a morning person. So weird. He does have a full-time job, but he now gets up at like 4:30 in the morning and he works out and he does some listing and he does like his morning routine, and he's so much more productive in the morning than when he thought he was a night owl and yada yada yada. And my night owl self rolled my eyes and said whatever. But it did get me thinking too, if you have a workout routine or you're looking forward to going out and walking more and stuff like that, think about maybe doing it before your work time, your listing time, because that could help boost your energy and get you like more focused and more in the zone. So I shifted around my walking times. I mean, I'm gonna go shovel snow after this, so it's not happening yet. But
I don't understand that.
yeah, we're supposed to get like another foot this week, so whatever. But when in the spring, when I can walk down our streets again, I am gonna do it before, I think maybe after dinner. That works off my food and my fullness. But then also I usually work for like 4 hours after dinner. So hopefully that'll get me prepped and feel like I'm ready for the day in the morning and do that. So it doesn't have to be 4:30 in the morning, even though Orlando said it did. But
Killing us, man.
I know, I'm so proud of him, but it's not my lifestyle.
That's
so
amazing.
I'm going to try doing it at like 7 p.m. and then we'll go from there. But think about that too, and making sure that that part is integrated in if it's really important to you.
Yes. Yes. All right. And you guys remember, and I always have to say this because the perfectionist needs to remind herself all the time, a clean reselling business isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a system that works for your business. So we are hoping, I was about to say but it is we are hoping that today's episode has motivated you to go take care of that money mountain, to stay consistent listing. I'm just saying that to save you from Samantha getting on you. And getting your food stuff prepped, getting your work day prepped ahead of time and make it easier for yourself.
Yeah.
If this motivated you, hey, what can we say? Our job here is done. Peace out.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wait, let me put our faces. Cheers.
That's my face.
Thanks for being here with us on Consignment Chat. Find everything we do at consignmentchats.com and stay connected with us by subscribing wherever you listen or watch. We'll see you next time.